Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
Of course you are. Hey, Candle. Happy Halloween month. Because, of course, we're still like 30 days from actual Halloween. But I'm playing spooky games while trying to anyway. We've already fucked up Dead Space because I just can't play that shit to save my life. But there's a cat here. He's very cute. He left a big splotch of saliva on my desk after I gave him some dreamies. You're home again. Nice. Cat. Yes, welcome back. It's, I've also got some Halloween lollipops. I fucking love lollipops. Ooh. Once again, let me know about sound and such, and bloody hell, this guy's wibbly. The Adventures of Wibbly Man. I apologise for all the horrible wet, slappy, salivery noises I'll be making with my lollipop. Spooky. Oh, hey, Tobes. Well, that's some nice light effect. Oh, you did go to see the cat house. Nice. I agree, it is an ugly carpet. Yeah. Breezy. How on earth did a breeze come in from in here? There's no windows. Just your casual vandal. And lopsided. Or this entire wall is hung wonky. It's one or the other. There is a fireplace. This is true. A gust could have come down the chimney. Oh, I hate that. If y'all aren't wearing headphones in a dark room, what are you even doing with your life? Whoa! It could be a Goya painting. I'm not actually that familiar with much art. Beyond Van Gogh, got nothing. You don't scare me. Oh, that's slightly disappointing. Toby, what are you doing? There isn't even like a rail in here to hang stuff up. Okay, so there was definitely no fireplace in there. I'm disappointed by the lack of potatoes. I turned off the sanity. You can't scare me. Not with your spooky wind. There were probably some Berkeley Square, Seoul, London. Seemed appropriate somehow. I did actually have time to read all of that. Uh-huh. Okay, so now that makes sense. Are there a lot of potatoes in Goya's paintings? I'll be honest, it doesn't seem like an awful lot is happening. That's not the sound of a book hitting a lit torch. I don't know, it's got a sconce on it. Metal sconce. Dusty. Oh! Tiny whale. I wonder if you can actually completely miss this. Yeah? Very cute boy. I'm just a big old vandal. Wait a minute. Nice. The ability to see. Specifically in the dark. Ah, you can't hide from me. Fire. I hate the video game thing of grabbing your attention and pulling it towards something. Hate it. It's like, do you fucking mind? Oops.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there'll be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness
I
where
think the
Alexander
both was
waits
unnecessary.
and murder him.
Murder is a bit
Your
of a strong
former
word.
self, Daniel.
Let's go kill some old dude. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Magic. The fragrant taste of rose lingered in his mouth. Turkish delights, he thought. Just like the ones at the consulate in Constantinople. What purpose is that, talking about sweets?
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
What's your job? Chief dramatist. Bloody hell. Didn't even hit the window. Well, it's alright, you can just sit up there, that's fine. Who looked at the front door? Indeed. Right, so that's where I came from, maybe. I have zero sense of direction. Salivinaria Laboratorium. Wine cellar. Laboratory. He fell to the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received the first kick in the stomach. Hazel remained hidden and feared she, too, would be punished. Woo! This is a friendly looking place. Stop grabbing me camera. Right back at you. The lack of a chimney to properly vent the fumes from my most recent experiments has taken its toll on many of my less stable ingredients in storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are stained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can and move them to the wine cellar. Curious. Hello. Spooky boy.
There should be more coop racks. Let me see. And one part Aquaforce.
I'll get this first. This is my third attempt to produce artificial vitae. The former compounds lack the potency I need, but I sense I'm close. Calamine and orpiment are a given, and the cuprite binds them well. This time I will attempt aqua regia instead of aquafortis in hope it will produce a more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acidic and proves impractical to put to any use except as a detergent. Organic tissue reacts especially violently to the solution and should be handled with the greatest care. I might be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I will find an alchemic solution to my predicament. One day I will return. If it wasn't for the thought of you, my love, I wouldn't be able to go on. When I find myself doing terrible things, I take comfort in you. As long as I am able to think of you and long for a life together, I know I am better than the others. I weep for them. They lust for power without restraint, where I crave only fair judgment and a safe return. He's freaking on my floorboards. Okay. So we gotta go do some stuff. I'm not entirely certain what that stuff is, but we gotta go do it. No other doors down here, eh? Travelling to Nova meant going through Canterbury. He made sure to pay a visit to avoid the sense of guilt connected with neglect of family. No, you get away from me. Okay, that's the first thing that's actually properly scared me. It's locked and will not open without a key. Find the key for the wine cellar, evidence in the laboratory, yada. Yes, well done. Okay. So I try and come at these games with a rather false sense of bravado. So, yeah. Pretty. Why are there rose petals there? I mean, we were talking about Turkish Delight earlier, which I think is made from rose petals. Well, this doesn't look good. Goopy. It's a way to approach them. It is. Bear in mind, I don't think I've ever gotten... If anybody knows this game, it's a bit with an elevator. I've never gotten past that part. Oh no, I'm stuck. I've already forgotten where I've been. Okay, we've been there. At least this place is signposted. Otherwise I'd get very confused. I'm guessing we can't do this. Nope. Sneaky little tinderbox. Well, the game is called Amnesia. Huh. Rose petals or rose water essence, if memory serves. And I'm pretty sure rose water essence is made from rose petals. So, go figure. Archives. The other children cheered him on, his name voiced in a steadily rising pace, urging him to do it. Am I really doing this? The young boy thought, and then struck his victim with a rock. What the fuck? Cool. That is a fucking... Excuse you? So rude.
16th of May, 1839.
I want another
The
lolly.
unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us
Fucking
all.
bitch.
An interesting
Not gonna
story
forget her in a
its own
hurry.
right, but I can't help feeling
there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the
Excuse
tomb we
me?
sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
You should go in the country, a museum in the country of origin, though. Like, dude, seriously. Antique drawers. And hissing cockroaches. That's the name of my next album. That's the first tinder box I've actually used. I like the detail that there was actually ink in that. Okay, that's where I came in. That didn't just happen.
th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
He says, as I pushed through. That implies that he was in the process of pushing through and wasn't actually already on the other side. And if that was the case, he would have just been crushed. But who am I to correct the grammar of some guy who lived like 200 years ago? Haha. Spooky shit. Oh, fuck off. Spooky, but who is playing the damn piano? Excuse you? I should probably check my... Oh. Oh. Pfft. Off to a great start, eh, chaps? Ah! Spooky piano. You're right, pal. Sounds like he's got indigestion. Piss off. Lots of pianos about. Houses this big never made that much sense to me. Although it is technically a castle, not a house. And castles are big.
The castle is old
Castle.
and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the walls. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Indeed. Indubitably, my good sir. Let us commence post haste. Oh, that could be the area we're in right now. I mean, I feel like it probably is. Yeah, we're probably fine. Spooky. Wait, I can just light this. How many tinder boxes do I actually have? 16.
17th May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light.
Well, it's actually like guiding me back here. I was just seeing what else was around. You never know. Yeah, it really doesn't want me looking away. That's creepy.
Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light.
Yeah, this doesn't seem dangerous at all. Touch the piece. What if I don't touch it? It really wants me to touch it. So shiny.
I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
Someone's playing the piano again. Gotcha. Nope. Ah! Fragile but not breakable by hand. Sure. Not at all breakable by hand.
You have to be swift.
Oh my gosh,
when
it's
you
so
activate
dark.
the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Ouch. So dark. Who do I hear breathing? I can give you permission to breathe. I know what I gotta do. I just gotta do something else first, which is vandalism. Oh, that one's already broken. Well, I actually only need to break this one. Alstad and Brennenburg Castle, 1801. That was necessary. Another region rich with lore is Alstad, deep within the East Prussian woods. Oh, Prussia, that's the name of the place that I've been trying to think of for reasons that I cannot recall. For centuries, there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbour castle, Brennenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountains, dressed with scattered lakes, is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. I don't like the ambient noise when I'm reading. It creepy. If y'all don't hear that, why aren't you wearing headphones? Anyway, ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travellers should indulge themselves in such conversation, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. And yet it said that they move silently. What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Alstadt at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of visiting Alstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? I do beg your pardon. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby Alstadt, and like most of those of noble birth, rumours are inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped not good at reading out loud. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remain popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage, therefore the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of this country. Cool. Little tidbits. What time are we on? 20 to 9. Right. Why am I doing that? You. You. And you. Magical. Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm up and his men to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve. Whatever comes first. They can rot for all I care. Maybe I'll feed them some wine. It would, in a sense, solve both my problems. What kind of wine are you serving, my dude? And something spooky this way comes. Oh, that's what that was. They were just bashing the door open. I never made that connection until just now. What are you doing bashing the doors? How do I get out of here? I forget. Not this way. Oh my goodness. A man. Well, hello. Man. Come back. Man. 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 He's gone. Something in the cask of Amontillado, perhaps. I don't know what that is. A handful of sand shook off on the crumbling stone ceiling and pushed down on the brim of his hat. He braced himself as the cavern suddenly shifted and settled. Something goopy this way comes. Do you fucking mind, bitch? Okay, I gotta do a thing. Which is a thing. I forget what that thing is. Oh, I gotta unlock the wine cellar. My brain actually hurts. We might not go for much longer just because my brain hurts. Something immurement. Have I been in here? I think I have. Yes, I have. That was the place with the things. The things. Mm-hmm. Creaky. Oh. What? Oh. Magical. What's that used for praying, gazing into the dark, domed ceiling? Alright. Yeah. Ugh.
Where did the Baron go?
I can't see.
He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
What a lovely, lovely voice. Did I hear somebody just like shuffling cards or something? You guys gambling down here? Is that what you're doing? Are you doing a gamble? Ew. Oh my. Hello? Oh. I did a spook. I got a spook. I pressed the wrong button. How am I doing foil? Fine. Ah, yes. Oh, great. Okay. Heavy rocks be heavy. Who knew? Well, that kind of worked, I suppose. I strunk. But I'm not strong enough. I don't really know what's going on with that. Ugh. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, it's not fine. Sure? Sure. The doors are trickier than they look. There are no sconces on the walls. Okay. Oh my. Oh, squidgy. I don't know why I'm moving all the barrels.
What's happening? Oh, it feels like
Oof, very
my
dark.
chest is going to burst.
Dark.
My God!
Feel him do something.
Accept it. We're not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of
So dark. Those guys did not have a good time. Not sure I'm really expecting anything to be in these. Ooh, but this. Oh yes, thank you. How many cinder boxes do I have? Not that many. My name is Wilhelm House of Gerich. These are my final words, my confession and testament. 2 years ago, I was summoned to the castle Brennenburg. As most of the aristocracy, I was curious about what the supposed knight of the order could want from me and accepted the invitation. The Baron was friendly and offered me a proposition. It dawned on me that the nature of the contract was sordid, and that the reason I was chosen was because of the follies of my past and not the honours I've been rewarded with during my time as a soldier. I was to kidnap healthy humans upon his slightest whim, and do so without asking questions. In return, he would attest to my character at the royal court, advancing my position within noble society. I would like to I would like to claim that I struggled with my decision, but it came swiftly and I accepted wholeheartedly. Ever since that day, I brought men, women, and children to Brennenburg. I can't remember the numbers, but there were many, perhaps even 100, none of whom were ever seen or heard from again. Tonight, the Baron invited me and my men down to the wine cellar to celebrate our work. I had my suspicions as we descended the stairs, but he insisted and joined us in a toast. The wine tasted fine, and my men drank without restraint. So begins the punishment for our sins. The Baron has locked us up and returned upstairs. Forgive me for what I have done. I was weak and fell into his diabolic ways. My men are screaming, their skin has been pierced by their own tangled bones. I feel my insides revolt against their God-given nature. Blood has begun to pour from my eyes, and I can no longer. Fun times were not had. But I presume I got something from in here that wasn't just squishy footsteps. Did I get something? Maybe one of the chemicals. I do not recall. It's so fucking dark. That's the room where I got barricaded in. I will just, on occasion, just smash myself in the face with doors. It's one of my few hobbies. But I was going to stop doing that. And by that, I mean using up tinderboxes. Who shut this door? Rude. Okay. It's so freaking dark. If an enemy... Why are you telling me that? It dork. Oh, there be a spooky man. Should we go say hello? Shall we go say hello? I'm on occasion to smash my face with doors, and it's one of my hobbies. Thank you. Let's just go say hello. Hello! I can't run. Are you there? Oh, no, he's running away. No, come back! Come back! Come back! You bitch! You coward! Don't you run away from your feelings! What an asshole.